roles within a dysfunctional family. If you grow up in an emotionally dysfunctional family, without realizing it, you will have been playing a role, or you have been allocated a role by a member of the family. And I'm going to talk you through some of those roles in this video. So let's start with the narcissist, the person who is the center of attention. The family dysfunction, the family focus is all around this person. It's all about making sure that this person is happy, is okay. And this is the family member who's the most emotionally immature and the most emotionally volatile. So the whole dynamic around the family is on this person. We all have to make sure that this person is okay. If this person is okay, the rest of us are okay. If this person isn't, we've got the enabler. Now, the enabler is the person, as it says in the name, who enables that person who's the center of attention to behave as they do. Now, this is often the spouse, the partner of the narcissist, of that central figure. But it can also be an adult child. Now, the enabler allows this dominant central figure within the family to behave as they do. They will defend that behaviour. They will often overlook the behaviour. They may never explain that behaviour. So if the enabler is the partner of that central figure, the enabler is not explaining to the children, to the minors, what's going on. So imagine how it feels for that child. You've got one person who's this central dominant figure dominating the behaviour in the family. And then you've got a person who's allowing it all to happen, who's not stopping it, who's not supporting you in that situation. And the enabler will often actually tell other family members, primarily the minors, how to behave to make sure that that central figure is okay. So as a child, you're sent that information. Your needs aren't important, but what is important is you making that central figure in the family happy. It's all around that person. You've got the caretaker. And the caretaker within the family tries to fix the dysfunction by self-sacrificing. So they just disappear. You know, their personality, their identity, their wants and needs are irrelevant, are immaterial, and their existence revolves around trying to make everyone else happy. It becomes a role in their life. I've got to make sure everything's okay. You've got the scapegoat, and the scapegoat is the person who gets blamed. So no matter what happens or how it happens, the scapegoat is the family member that is blamed. We've got the black sheep. Now, the black sheep is a term that you're probably very aware of. The black sheep is the rebel of the family. And that doesn't mean they are outwardly aggressive or difficult, but what it means is they are the family member who see through everything that's going on. So all this dysfunction that is happening is seen by the black sheep. And within an emotionally dysfunctional family, people may not be aware of the roles that they're playing. They just slot into them or feel like they have to do them to get through. But the black sheep sees through it all and goes, what's going on? Like, they can see these roles being played and they start to call it out. So they can see through the manipulation, they can see the dysfunction, and they start to try to speak. The black sheep doesn't follow what the rest of the family does and is seen as that troublemaker when, in fact, they have an incredible role because they are actually identifying what needs to change within the family. But 9 times out of 10, the family doesn't want to change. So the black sheep becomes the person that they don't want to know, because we don't want you to tell us that there's something wrong with our family. Our family's great. You're ruining our narrative. In terms of children, we have the golden child, or the hero. Now, the golden child within the family is seen by the family as exceptional. The golden child can do absolutely no wrong in the eyes of the family. And actually, the golden child often takes on the parent role. The lost child often withdraws as a way to deal with the dysfunctional family and can make themselves completely invisible. I'm not here. You don't know me. I'm quite happy not to be seen. And then maybe life will be okay. You've got the mascot, the clown, somebody who struggles with what's happening around them, all the emotional dysfunction, and goes, I know, I'll be funny. Because if I'm funny, I can distract everybody and we can pretend this isn't happening. So the mascot, the clown, sees that using humour is actually quite a powerful way to avoid the dysfunction. You've also got the manipulator. Now, the manipulator is very clever, and they observe family dynamics and they learn how to manipulate the dynamics to their advantage. And they often hurt others to get what they want. They can also be known as a charming bully. So to the outside world, they would have no idea that this person is as they are within the family, because they come across so charming, so lovely. But within the family, they're a really dominant force. So those are some of the roles. And I want to make it really clear that within the dysfunctional family, there's often crossover between those roles. You may have been allocated a role at one point without you knowing, but you may have taken on other roles to get through, because the whole thing about an emotionally dysfunctional family is to survive it. And that might sound dramatic, but it's to survive it, to try and keep things on an even keel. Because the minute that emotionally volatile person goes off, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I hope that helps. Take care.